Deeper Than Dirt presents Team Cross Canyon Arms, hunting North America and beyond. Join the big game pursuit with team members Colorado Buck, world-renowned big game hunter and adventurer Chris Woods, owner and manufacturer of the Cross Canyon Arms Tejas rifle.
There's nothing faster out there.
Christine Woods,
1,200-yard shot.
the international huntress. Darren Newsom, the ammunition manufacturing specialist and elkaholic.
Awfully nice day to kill an elk reader.
And the beautiful young lady huntress, Miss Sheridan Newsom.
Thank you, Dad, and I love you.
This is your Cross Canyon Arms team.
All right.
Hunting North America and beyond.
I wonder if there's anything to hunt up there.
No.
Think about it. There ain't no gravity. There's no, you can run up the biggest hill up there.
I'm not going.
Never know what's up there. Moon deer. Don't forget the girls. That's my message. That's what I want to tell you.
My dad has asked me probably hundreds of times to go hunting, and I always said no.
Putting together the South Africa deal was a deal because I knew Samantha would come and spend some time with us and get out in the field and at least see what hunting was about.
I mean, I'm the type of girl who likes to get her nails done and her hair done and do my makeup, so I never thought that I could actually go hunting. She wasn't too excited at first, but I think that changed on this trip.
This is a great place. If you get a chance to take your family, or if you've never been, a great jumping off place to hunt Africa is South Africa and the Plains game.
Well, after Colorado got everything lined up, I went to the girls and I said, hey, I can get this put together, it can happen. Here's the dates. And of course the girls all had to look at their little calendars and make sure there wasn't cheerleading camp or some kind of vacation plan, but they were real excited about it because I don't think they really thought it would happen.
I wasn't only excited about going hunting and shooting, I was also excited about going out of the country and being able to spend time with my sister and my dad. Me and my sister are very close, but we shared an even greater bond on this safari.
And we're still on safari here in South Africa with Lou Harris Safaris. You ready to go?
Lion tracks on top of the vehicle's tracks that just came by here.
The lion jumped out in front of him and he was by himself. And then we all are chasing after this lion.
She's beauty. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
One, two. Take two.
Take your girlfriend hunting, take your mom hunting, take your daughter hunting. I mean, I shared something with my dad that I hope every daughter gets to experience. It was awesome. When I first found out I was going to Africa, I was very excited because ever since I was probably 5 or 6, I've always wanted to go to Africa. I don't know if it was watching the TV shows or just the scenery, but I always wanted to go. I've always wanted to see the animals, but it was only to take pictures. I never thought I would be going hunting. So when my dad asked me to come along to go hunting with him and my sister, I was so excited to get to take their pictures and go along with them, and I was stoked.
Six are too high. Safety all the way forward.
Yeah.
You see him? Excuse me, brother. He'll stop, he'll stop. Yeah. Good hit.
I had never been hunting with my sister or my dad ever before. So watching her I've never seen her so passionate about anything in my life. She was so excited, she was so concentrated. And then after she shot something, her and my dad had this bond, and I wanted that.
As a dad, I mean, I have 3 daughters, and to say I didn't years ago look back and say, man, I'm not gonna have a hunting buddy, you know, I did think that. And then once I got Sheridan involved in it and seen, hey, you know, I have a hunting buddy. Doesn't mean if it's a son or a daughter or a best friend, I have a hunting buddy. And
I remember the first whitetail I shot with my dad, and I felt a different bond than I've ever felt with him. And when we go hunting, it's different than being at home or watching TV. There's bonding there that you can't experience without.
One thing this trip has done is it's gave me 2 hunting buddies.
One of the neatest parts of this trip for me is obviously seeing you come into hunting.
He asked me if I would shoot anything. I was like, absolutely not. I don't want to. I won't ever do it. And the first day of the hunt, my dad said, why don't you try and shoot the gun? So I shot the gun.
I joked around with her in the States and said, you're gonna shoot something. And she said, well, I'll see when I get there, but I'm not making any promises.
So the first animal I shot was an ostrich. It was like a shock that she actually shot it.
Come on, are you ready? Everyone, look this way. Now you're official. This is her first animal, and we were talking about this. You are the only person, not only that I know, but have ever heard of that. How'd you like this? What was your first animal? It was an ostrich.
I was very excited, it's a crazy animal to be my first animal. But probably the best thing about that was seeing the look on my dad's face.
That was something that will never leave my mind or my heart.
I mean, this is something that's very neat for me to be here and me to experience this, because you haven't really hunted before.
Never.
Sheridan's, I mean, she's hunt on. She's a hunting-matic. She's gonna do it. And being out here with your sister and your dad and experiencing all this, last night sitting around the campfire, she decided she wanted to start hunting, and that was, to me, that was like, this is what this is all about. At least, if you haven't done it, give it a try. And she did.
You could see that she couldn't believe she actually did it.
Here's another example of getting your family involved in this. A lot of guys come over here and they bring their sons, and they just don't think about their daughters. The girls like to hunt too. I know a lot of them that are very, very avid hunters. But being able as a family to go somewhere and be able to share that and experience it, that's something you can't do just anywhere. I know a lot of people that's taking their kids to the Rockies and they, sleeping on the ground and go. That's a great thing to experience too. But for an introductory type hunt, South Africa plains game hunt is something that's going to be very, very hard to beat. It's affordable in relation to a lot of the other hunts that you're going to find, even out west. But it's something that the whole family can participate in. The plains game, you never know. Your girl might come home with an ostrich.
Well, her shooting maybe something turned into shooting everything we could put in front of her. So
She made a dynamite shot. And then what is this, your third animal now?
Fourth.
Your fourth, see there? Fourth. It's the fourth animal, and you're doing good.
the message we got on the radio the day that Sam and her sister had went off and shot a spring buck on their own, I mean, I'll remember that forever.
This is a spring and a hawk.
Watching them on the shooting sticks, tell the other one, hurry up, I've got a shot, you're costing me a shot, you know, and then the other one say, well, you cost me a shot earlier, you know.
And there was also that sense of jealousy and competitiveness, but that was fun.
It just, I think it brought the sisters even closer, you know, because one thing that they've never done together is hunt. You know, they've done everything else, you know, camping, cheerleading, basketball, but they've never hunted together, and I think this is one thing that brought them a lot closer together.
Hunting with my sister was different than anything we've ever done together, and she's asked me to go before, but I never went. And when I actually was either watching her or was next to her, she was so passionate, and then we always wanted to congratulate each other and talk about it, and she did the same for me, and it felt really good. But the most memorable time was probably when me and my sister both shot a zebra.
It was Sam in Colorado and me, and we were doing a rundown.
Right when I looked through it, I could see, I mean, the point is right there, right where you need to see it. It was almost, right when I looked through there, it was clear, right, accurate, right where I needed it to be, quickly. Yeah, I was right.
My dad, like, the most excited I've ever seen him. I don't know why, but he was just laughing, and me and Sam looked at each other and we both saw it.
We were just kind of sitting there talking, and I saw my dad tear up. I really did. And
We actually saw, me and Sam looked at my dad and he was actually crying.
I was speechless, and that was probably the most memorable thing, was for my dad to see both of his daughters doing what he's always wanted us to do, and that I actually gave it a shot. Made him proud.
I'm not an emotional guy, but there's a couple times there that when I looked at the two of them that, you know, tears come down, and you know, I haven't experienced that before, and it took something like this to do that, and it's just unreal as a dad. I can't explain it, you know, until you experience. I remember my first hunt with my dad, you know, and the way he felt, and I remember my first hunt with Sheridan and the way I felt, but when I'm with both of them, it was just an experience that I'll never forget.
Everyone part of Blue Heart Safaris was congratulating me, wanted to talk about it. They just made me feel so comfortable, and I mean, they were even proud of me, and they felt like a family.
You know, and Samantha is, I think she'll continue to hunt. I don't think this is just a one-time deal to do it. She actually loves it. You know, and I seen that with Sheridan, the transition on Sheridan, but Sheridan always wanted to hunt. You know, from when she was 11 years old, she had wanted to hunt.
Ooh, yes. Take a reload. Okay. 2. That's my girl! Come on, over there! Woo! That. Oh! God dang it, come here. Did you hear that bullet hit? It was louder than the shot. Pow! Wow! Look at you, girl! That's my girl. That's textbook. That's it, baby. That's how you do it every time. We've been all day long, many stalks, a lot of failed attempts to get 2 zebras, and that's the way it goes. But persistence and moving around following these, we was able to get, both girls got a shot, both of them did outstanding. If you are hunting a zebra and you look at when you want to look at shot placement and what they talk about, the triangle, if you'll look at that right there, that's textbook. That's exactly where you're supposed to, that's where the bang goes. But you know, the fact that we had to work for it, this is gonna be something you guys, these are sisters if you can't tell. They're sisters, but they hunted together all day long. They both took zebras. This, you know, this is something to live as long as you do, this memory. And the fact that you can come here and do this type of thing with your children, don't forget the girls. That's my message, that's what I want to tell you. The girls like to go hunt too. A lot of them would love to hunt if they got the chance. So if you get an opportunity to take one, please do. Or if you're a girl, tell your dad or your boyfriend or husband, whatever the case is, that you want to go hunt, that you want to give it a try, because until you experience it, you really won't know what it's like until you actually go through the work, see the failed attempts, the highs and the lows of it all. In the end result, if it's success, you can have a wonderful trophy.
He just has made all this possible for Sam and me, and I thank him for that. And he's got us experiences he's never had when he was a kid. And I think that's one of the main reasons he always puts us in front. So thank you, Dad, and I love you.
And we're still on safari here in South Africa with Lou Harris Safaris. You ready to go? One, two. Take 2.
Take your girlfriend hunting, take your mom hunting, take your daughter hunting. I mean, I shared something with my dad that I hope every daughter gets to experience. It was awesome. I still did my makeup in the morning and put my hair up, but I still went out and did it, and I loved it. And I mean, I still got to take pictures, and I loved it. And I would tell any girl to try it. I would recommend it to anyone, young, old.
When I came over here, I felt really safe and comfortable, like I was at home, and the food was amazing. They always fed you a lot.
Well, Lou Harris and Colorado hooked me up with them, and I don't think it could have went any better. I mean, we had good accommodations, the food was excellent, my kids got to experience different cultures. It was just, you know, unreal, and it's an experience they won't forget. And I'm sure when my kids look to go again, they're going to be call Morgan. You know, we're not going to take a chance of going somewhere that we don't know. And you know, I was, you know, real optimistic about, you know, who do you get with, who do you go, because it is a experience maybe you'll only experience one time, and you want it to be a good experience. And I mean, I think my girls killed a record amount of animals in the days we were over, you know, and it goes with their good shooting, but you have to have the animals there to shoot them, and we definitely seen the animals.
After this whole experience, I don't have any regrets, and I enjoyed myself, but most of all, I know it's because of my dad. Thank you, Dad. I love you.